I decided to make this video for the people who are getting the Play DVD instead of the gamer picture and the play the game of the ISO that they have loaded up. The reason the Play DVD error pops up is this is all beta versions of the X360 dock software and of the BOXZII software, and there's a small bug in the whole programming of it that makes the Play DVD pop up sometimes. Both companies are aware of this, and there is a way that about 80-something% of the time you can usually make it work. For all the other models and the PHAT console, they usually don't have that. It's just for the Xbox 360 Slim users that usually see the Play DVD error. Again, it's a small bug that makes that happen, and usually you can make it work by doing the following. On the desktop or the PC, have the software opened but no ISO selected, and the Xbox 360 is not connected to the PC or desktop. Turn on the Xbox 360 and wait till it boots to the dashboard. Once you're at the dashboard, connect the USB to the PC. You immediately notice it changes from disconnected to connected. At this time, we want to choose Open ISO, and we want to choose an older game. You do not want to choose an ISO that is an XGD3 title, and you do not want to choose an AP25 title. You want to choose an older title. Choose that title, click Open, and then you'll notice the Drive Mode button is now clickable. Click on the Drive Mode button, and you'll notice within a few seconds the software will close. At this time, press and hold the silver button on the controller. If you press and hold it and nothing's happening, release it, press and hold it again, and press Turn Off Console. Once the system is completely shut down, wait 30 seconds and turn the console back on. Wait for it to boot up to the dashboard. Once at the dashboard, reopen up the software. You'll immediately notice it immediately changed from disconnected to connected. at this time, choose Open ISO again, and again choose an older game, a non-XGD3 title or a non-AP25 title. Doesn't matter which one it is, as long as it's an older title. Choose that, choose Open, hit A on your controller to virtually open the tray, and press A again to virtually close the tray. It will say reading. Followed by play game, followed by the gamer picture. If it pops up, play DVD in that case, which it didn't, because this way works between 80, I said 80%, but it's probably between 80 to 90%. This way it works. If it still pops up, play DVD. What you want to do is hit Y to virtually eject the tray, and then hit A to virtually close the tray. You may have to do that between 5 to 10 times, virtually ejecting the tray, virtually closing the tray. And doing that between 5 to 10 times, it will stop in one time when you close the tray. Instead of say play DVD, it'll pop up with the gamer picture in that game. Once you have the gamer picture up from an older title, now we can choose any title we want from this point on. For the very first time, you want to load up an older title. Alone in the Dark is a good one. Red Dead Redemption, that's another good one. For some reason, on my Slim, both of those work like 99% of the time. If I use other older titles, it drops to maybe 80% of the time. And then I have some older titles that I've tried. With those titles, it may be 70% of the time. But if you try to load up an XGD3 or AP25 title right away, your system's going to lock up, and it's going to change from connected to disconnected to connected. It's going to be unresponsive, and it's going to lock up, and it's going to force you to have to shut everything down, start it all over again, and try again. Do not ever try to load up an XGD3 or an AP25 ISO the very first time. Do not. Always load an older ISO first. Once you have the older ISO loaded and displaying the gamer picture, from this point on, now you can load any game you want, anytime you want. Doesn't matter. And it's as easy as pressing Y to virtually eject the tray. Go back into the software, choose Open ISO, choose any game you want, hit A to close the tray, followed by reading, followed by play game, followed by the gamer picture. If you get, again, if you get play DVD for the first 5 to 10 times, virtually eject the tray and virtually close the tray. Just continue to do that. Don't do it too fast, because you'll actually hit A at the wrong time and you'll try to play the DVD, and then it'll go to a black screen and pretty much lock up on you, and then you have to start over. Another flip on that coin is if you get play game but no gamer picture. It continues to say play game, but it will not show the gamer picture. Do not press A. Play game without a gamer picture is pretty much the same as a play DVD error. Do not hit the A button. Virtually open the tray by pressing Y. Virtually close the tray by pressing A. And sometime between 5 to 10 times, usually I'll fix it. But as you've seen in the way that I just did it now, about 80 to 90% of the time, it works without play DVD error, without having to virtually open the tray or close the tray or trying any other way. Now it's time to play some Assassin's Creed Revelation. I hope this way helps. If it does, leave me a post that it helped. If it doesn't help, I still want to know. Post back up that it didn't help, it didn't work, and let me know exactly what drive you have and exactly which software you're using. Again, if your ISOs have been ran through the new AVGX, they will not boot in the X360 dock software. If you run an ISO through AVGX and you try to load it in the X360 dock software, you will get disk unsupported error every time. If you take that ISO that has been ran through AVGX and you load it into BOXZII, BOXZII will load it up. But on the flip side, if you take an ISO that has not been ran through AVGX and it has the wrong AP25 data with it, BOXZII will not load it up. The BOXZII software will reboot and kick you back to the dashboard. So your choices are either run all your ISOs through AVGX and use the BOXZII software, or somehow, some way separate your ISOs so you know which ISOs have been ran through AVGX and which ones haven't been ran through AVGX.